Okay, so within this video, we're going to just be simply explaining how to drive a locomotive within steam and steel. We're starting out with the Class C, which is the locomotive you start out with everywhere. And it's the same principle for every locomotive. 0 bars of steam pressure, so what you're going to want to do is just shovel some coal in. Every click here cues a shovel coal, so you're going to typically want to keep the fire around where it says shovel, the bottom blues. And depends on what you're doing. It's going to be where you want your coal. If you're going to have your reverser completely full like this, and your throttle like that, you're going to want to typically a high coal load if you're going up a steep hill. And while doing this, I'll explain some things to you. So your max boiler pressure is going to be between 5 and 6 right here. This is where you're going to blow off and excess steam is going to bleed out, and you're going to go drop a little bit below 5 and start gaining pressure again. While you're running, the most efficient way to run, the quickest and fastest you're going to be able to run trains and everything like that, is keeping your, so if your boiler pressure is like right here, you're going to want your steam chest pressure right here to be relatively just flat to the left, like pretty level. That's going to give you the most efficient run. This, currently right now, having your reverser completely forward or completely in reverse is going to give you the most torque possible. The closer you bring it to the center, like that, the less torque you're going to have, but the higher speed you're going to be able to achieve. We're starting to gain some pressure here, but it's not enough to run. So we're going to sit here and wait for pressure to build up. There's a little whistle. It's the same for every locomotive. It's pretty fun to use. Now with the pressure I have, I'm going to coast down forward here. And as you can see, right here's my steam chest pressure. And if you notice, while I have throttle on and I'm moving, the fire is reacting to each chuff of the locomotive. The higher draft you have, the hotter your firebox is going to be, and the faster you're going to create steam. Fill up on coal real quick right here, and then off we go. Notice how when I do this, the exhaust gets louder because I'm using a lot of steam compared to if I was to bring it here. The engine gets a lot quieter. You're not putting as much steam into your cylinders, bringing you up to a higher top speed. The reason I'm moving right here after I got to about 2 bars of pressure is because it's going to allow me to build up steam pressure a lot faster than I would without it, or without doing this. And just like that, you're driving. And you can see how fast we're going here right now, and if I was to do this, you can see how we're slowing down. We're also on a gradient though. If I was to hit the brake here, and leave the reverser here, bring the reverser down, and then cut off throttle, you can see there's still steam pressure within the steam chest. If I was to go ahead and release brake, or move forward, and that pressure in the steam chest will drop, meaning you could store some pressure if you need to. And just like that, you have successfully learned how to drive a steam locomotive within steam and steel.